Alrighty. What's up, motherfuckers? Peter Gilmore here, once again, for my second and final video of the day, or the night. This time, here on Killer of Demons 669. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below, subscribe to my other channels, which are down below in the description box, and as always, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and share this video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap that goddamn bell and turn on all my notifications so you never, ever, ever miss an upload. And that's it. That's all you got to do. Like the video, share the videos, follow me on social media, subscribe to my channels, and don't forget to tap that bell to get notified when I go live or when I do a regular video, or just any video. So, subscribe today and hit the bell, because I said so. That's all I gotta say about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Friday night, May the 7th, 2021, or if you're now watching from somewhere else, it is now May the 8th, 2021. Hope everybody's having a good start to your weekend. First full weekend of May. Mother's Day on Sunday, so be nice to your mama. And that's all I gotta say about that. So be nice to your mom. Take her out to eat, buy her something nice, get a card, or just pick up the phone and give her a call. That's all I gotta say about that. I might be going out with my mama tomorrow, or it's either between tomorrow or Sunday. Might go out to lunch tomorrow, depending how she feels. If not, probably go to her house Sunday and order from like Uber Eats or like something, Uber Eats or DoorDash or from somewhere. We'll order something and have a nice little Mother's Day lunch. Me and my parents watch the Mets, watch most of the Mets game, well, the rest of the Mets game when I get there. Just hang out for a couple hours and then probably go home about 6, 7 o'clock and just come home and chill. That's it. Because the missus ain't here. We all know where Rosa is. Rosa's down in sunny, hot Florida on assignment. So she'll be back on the 17th. So I got the house to myself, motherfuckers. So, no, I'm not bringing any hoes to the house. The house is a mess as it is. So, sadly, I can't get some side action. So, it is what it is. Sucks! Fucking sucks! I need some pussy, goddammit. And I got it last night, so, I'm good. Rosa gave me good sex last night. Yeah. I feel good. I'm gonna have a good weekend. I'm alone, but sucks. That's that. Yeah. So yeah, weekend is here. Good shit. Good shit's gonna hopefully happen today. It's gonna rain this weekend, which sucks. It is what it is. Mets won tonight in 10 innings. My boy Lindor fucking woke up. He's on a 2-game hitting streak. Hit a big two-run homer. Boy. That's why we paid him $340 million. He was struggling, and then he broke out yesterday. In the 9th inning, got that hit, and then big hit today. Big hit. And then they won it in the 10th. I didn't think they were going to win it in the 10th because they had bases loaded, 1 out. The guy, some rookie, hit the ball, and the pitcher fucked up. Pitcher for Arizona fucked up. So the Mets get the win. Still in second place. 1 game behind the Filthies, who destroyed JD's team tonight. As much as I make fun of JD because of his Atlanta Braves, I want the Braves to actually beat the fucking Phillies. because they're in first place. You know, my Mets are in second place. Come on! Come on, goddammit. Fucking beat these fucking filthies. They're garbage. Want the Mets to fucking get that fucking NL East, goddammit. So do your job, Braves. Come on. Win tomorrow, win Sunday, so the Mets could sweep Arizona, be in first place again. Then we destroy Otaku's team, the Baltimore Orioles. You know, they're pretty decent, so I gotta watch out. So it is what it is. I don't even know who's pitching tomorrow for the Mets. I know. I think I hope DeGrom pitches on Sunday. You know, I had that little tightness in his side, you know, in his lat. That's not good. So they're being cautious, thankfully, that he's going to miss a start. So I think he's going to start on Sunday and just mow down Arizona on Sunday. But we'll see what happens with that. We hope. But I want to be. I think the Mets should be really cautious with him. Really cautious, because I mean, if he's talking about lats, that's not good. You know, because Noah Syndergaard had it, you know, tore his lat, I think in 2016. No, when did he tear his lat? 2017 or 18. That was it. He was done for the whole season. He was done. I was like, ugh. You know, then after that, you know, now he's coming off Tommy John surgery. He's not coming back till June. Carrasco's on the 60-day injury list. I don't know when he's coming back. Probably June or July now. I don't know. But it is what it is. But Mets won today. I'm happy. That's all I got to say about it. All right. Enough about that. Bullshit. I wasted 7 minutes of your precious time. And if you don't like it, well, suck my dick. And suck my dick and lick my anus. And that's all I got to say about that. All right. On this late Friday night, like I said, before I get to it again, check out my AEW review I recorded earlier today. Link is in the description box on the Peter Gilmore channel. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. That's all I got to say about that. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready, because it is time. Strap in. Grab a cold one, or grab a, well, before I mess up everything here, grab a Pepsi. Grab your significant other, or grab something. Grab a cold one, and grab your dick, or your pussy if you're watching as a female, because you love me a long time. So grab something, because get ready, because it is time for your late night Throwdown Smackdown review for May the 7th, 2021, from the Thunderdome in Tampa, Florida, at the Youngling Center. All right, so tonight was old school Smackdown, or as I call it, what's it called? Smackdown Throwdown, or some shit like that. Yeah, so they were going old school, blah, blah, blah. We didn't go old school, really. I mean, they showed a couple of shit. Thank you for the dislike, motherfucker, you piece of shit. Suck my cock. They didn't go old school, really. I mean, they showed a couple of old school clips from old Smackdowns from like 1999, 2002. Yeah, mostly old Smackdowns from like the Attitude Era, a couple from the Ruthless Aggression era. Nothing much from like the new school, you know, from like the PG era or anything like that. But it is what it is. But still, it was a pretty decent show. Not bad at all. But I mean, there was a couple of segments that were kind of meh. But we had a return tonight of an old friend. We had a 10-man tag team match. We had that. Some interesting things with Roman Reigns and Cesaro. We had Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. That got a little interesting. I'll talk about that in a minute. Some stuff with Bayley and Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair. You know, we got that. And that's basically it. So pretty decent SmackDown. I was hoping they'd bring back the fist set, but they didn't do that. All we saw was a virtual fist, which I thought was. People think it was great. It was like kind of like nostalgic. I thought it was stupid. I'm old school. Old school is cool. I'm 44. I love. I grew up with the fucking SmackDown fist set. Even before that, the Oval set. Either one would have been great tonight, but people saying, "Oh, they're not gonna do," WWE's not gonna listen to the fans. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna build the fist set or the Oval set and then tear it down and just rebuild it for Raw on Monday night. They're not gonna do that. What, they fucking lazy? I mean, the ring crew is fucking lazy. They can't just tear down the fucking LED screens and in the Thunderdome and build just a small set with the fist just there. I mean, you can't do that, Vince. Really? It is what it is. I mean, like I said, I'm old school. I miss the fist set. And you could have changed the theme for one night, just one night. They could have went. I mean, really old school. They could have went to the first SmackDown theme. Marilyn Manson's Antichrist Superstar, not Antichrist Superstar. Beautiful People. They could have went with that. They could have went with Know Your Enemy by Green Day, or they could have went with what was it? There's another theme they had after that, or what's it called? Ready to Go? Not Ready to Go. I forget what it was. I think it was in the Ruthless Aggression era. And it was after. I think it was either before or after Know Your Enemy. That was pretty good. They could have went with that, but they went with they kept the the tradition. But with Are You Ready? On Fox. It was like I said, it was a pretty decent show. You had Michael Cole dress up in that that blue shirt that he used to wear on SmackDown. That was kind of cool. They had a different announce desk. They had the old school announce desk, which was cool. What else? Pat McAfee was wearing a Vince McMahon style blue shirt, like like he used to wear. Well, he didn't wear on SmackDown, but old school like '80s Vince McMahon. Well, like Mean Gene would wear, or Lord Alfred Hayes would wear. And it was cool to hear Lord Alfred Hayes' voice, during the commercial breaks. Like this show was paid for by the following. When we heard Lord Alfred Hayes, I was like, "Oh shit, Lord Alfred Hayes! Oh my word!" That was cool. They had an old school WWE ice cream bars commercial. That was awesome. They had an Ico Pro commercial. Remember Ico Pro back in the late Attitude Era? That was funny. They had some good stuff. I mean, the commercial was pretty. Commercial breaks were kind of cool when they showed the Ico Pro commercial. Then they showed the WWE ice cream bar commercial with Hacksaw Jim Duggan, tough guy. That was kind of cool. Then they had the Lord Alfred Hayes part in there. So brought back some good old memories, from the late '80s and the early '90s, the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era. That was cool. I love that. So they got to do these more often, because I think WWE kind of brings it when they have like Raw like Legends Night or like old school Raw. They finally did it with SmackDown, and I think it came up pretty decent. People giving it a 5, they're giving it a 6. I thought it wasn't bad. It was like I said, mostly it was just throwback shit. That's it. Showing old school clips, and that was basically it. Other than that, most of the matches they had were kind of bleh. Segments were kind of meh. So it was kind of a half meh, half good SmackDown. And like I said, they got to do more of it. I like to see all these old school shows. The Legends thing. They could do once every 3 to 6 months, maybe 6. Yeah, I would say 3 to 6 months. They bring back the Legends just to boost the ratings. But no, on Raw or SmackDown, they could do that. I'd rather have it on SmackDown because they can bring back The Rock if he decides to even show up. But still, nostalgia is always good. And that's it. All right, let's get into the show. And let's not waste any time. And the chat room's open, so if you want to come in, let's talk about it. Talk about, SmackDown. We can talk about Raw. We can talk about AEW. Talk about NXT, New Japan. Anything you want. Ring of Honor. Anything you want in wrestling or in sports or anything you want. Open forum. And that's all I got to say. And that's it. All right. And honorable mention, CCW's coming back. Oh, yeah. I can feel it. We're going to get Cage of Death this year. Can't wait. Hopefully with some fans. Hopefully. But, I was like thinking, with this pandemic, we'll never see CCW again. Or PWG. I haven't heard anything about PWG lately, but CCW Twitter. I got a notification from CCW Twitter's page, and it just said soon. So we don't know when CCW is coming back. So, and I hope they come back with a good old fashioned Gilmore Carter type bang. No, because basically GCW is the only, and H2O, and ICW, and the only hardcore stuff, basically around the Northeast, basically in Jersey right now. But ICW's going like Indianapolis, they're going to San Antonio, they've been in Florida, I think they've been in Baltimore. So they're getting around. GCW, I think, is doing the same thing. And H2O is primarily in Jersey. So, but ICW and GCW are kind of going different places. So that's kind of cool. They had I think they had GCW. Was it GCW? They had GCW at the Showboat in Atlantic City. My good buddy Mikey, went, and they had an interesting type of match called a glass ceiling match, which is basically a panes of glass match with a scaffold full of glass. I mean, whoo! And I don't know who it was against, but they went up the scaffolding, and then the guy suplexes them through the fucking glass ceiling, and I guess he won the match that way. But it's on YouTube. You can look it up. I think it's on YouTube. You can look that up. It was on Facebook. Somebody has it on Facebook. Just ask your friends. But that match was fucking scary as fuck. And hardcore as fuck. So that's that. They're gonna have a Tournament of Survival for, I think, GCW come up in June. So it's basically like Tournament of Death. So they got that. I don't even know if CCW comes back. I don't even know they'll do. Like, it's May. I think they usually do Tournament of Death around this time. So they might be coming back with Tournament of Death in the summertime. That'd be nice. Nice to possibly go to. But we'll see. ICW's doing some shows, I think, in Jersey at the Showboat. So, if you want to go to the Showboat hotel, go on ahead. Tell them Peter Gilman sent you. And that's all I got to say about that. Tell the wrestlers I say hello to. That's that. All right, let's get to SmackDown. Enough about indie, enough about indie feds and stuff. I could talk all day about it if I wanted to, but I don't want to. That's that. All right, so this is the throwback edition of SmackDown. Like I said, they had the virtual fist, and it was showing a lot of old school clips. So they start the show with an interesting opening. It was cool, showing a lot of old school stuff, but some stuff from the 80s, that was kind of cool. Vince McMahon and shit like that. Rock, mostly about The Rock. And then we get a recap of the first Smackdown main event, which was between the Game, Triple H, who retained his world his WWE title, or I think it was not the Winged Eagle title, it was the full title before the this is during the Attitude. It was like 99, I think it was, before before the eventual change to the Undisputed title. So he's facing The Rock, and with Shawn Michaels as the referee, and we all remember that one, where Shawn Michaels turned Rock and hit sweet chin music on the Rock when he was doing the people's elbow, and he got hit with a super kick, and then Triple H retained the title, and the reformed DX, which is kind of cool. So he had that. So I had that. That was kind of cool. And then we go inside the Thunderdome. We get to the present era. Get to 2021, going 22 years later, just about 22 years. So we go to the Youngling Center inside the Thunderdome, where we hear the new music of Roman Reigns, Mr. Tribal Chief and Cockfist himself, our Universal Champion, our Tribal Chief. You must acknowledge him. His theme is awesome. I mean, like I said last week, in his match with Daniel Bryan, with epic theme music which feels like a final boss music from like a Final Fantasy or something like that. Like a final boss theme music. That was kind of cool. So we hear his music. He comes out with "My name is Paul Heyman," as always, and main event Jey Uso as always. So they come out, and they take their sweet ass time getting to the ring. A video cap of him beating the crap out of Daniel Bryan and banishing him from Smackdown, and permanently, not banishing, basically kicking him out. Basically kicking him out of WWE because his contract expired last week. So we still don't know where Bryan is going. WWE's trying to renegotiate with him. They're trying to bring in the Bellas, to kind of sweeten the pot, which I think is stupid, but it could work. Sex does sell, so let's bring in Brie, $5 million for 3 years, just to stay in the WWE, so you don't go to AEW, Ring of Honor, New Japan. Really, you gonna use his wife to fucking sweet, to get him to resign? Let him go to fucking AEW, man. Come on, shut the fuck up, Vince. Come on. Let him go to Ring of Honor and just, or back to Japan. I'd rather go to Ring of Honor personally, have a great match with Jay Lethal. I mean, the dream match. I would love to see him and Jonathan Gresham for the pure title. Him and Roosh for the Ring of Honor World title. Just have some awesome matches. Maybe Joe will come back with him. I mean, that would be awesome. Him and Joe. Woo boy. Coming back to Ring of Honor. Oh man. That would be great. That would be awesome. And then, him in Japan, he could have some just epic matches with anybody. Tanahashi, Okada, Minoru Suzuki. I don't know about Minoru Suzuki. I think Minoru Suzuki would kick his head off. Ibushi, Jay White. I mean, maybe Hiromu Takahashi, guys like that. Maybe Naito. But him in Japan would just be fucking epic. He would be part of chaos because, imagine Daniel Bryan in the Bullet Club. That would be interesting. Bryan Danielson cheering on everybody, cheering on all the fans. So he's the American Dragon. Now he's part of the Bullet Club. Or, it'd be funny if he joins Los Ingobernables de Japón. That would be funny. But, in Japan would just be epic. You'd just have great matches, with anybody, even Will Ospreay. The champ right now. Oh, man, that would be fucking epic. And if he goes to AEW, we all know what's going to happen there. He's going to face Kenny. Even Kenny would just berserk. Oh, that's awesome. I saw something on I think it was on Twitter. But I saw with Kenny and Bryan Danielson in Ring of Honor circa 2009. This is before Bryan left. Maybe way before he left. Well, around that time he left. They were on the top rope, and Claudio Castagnoli, otherwise known as Cesaro's in the middle of the ring, and Bryan and Kenny come off the top rope with a double drop kick to Cesaro. I mean, Claudio. That was kind of cool to just see old school shit. That was great. But you never know. I'd love to see it. Daniel versus Kenny. Daniel versus John Moxley, Daniel versus Cody, Bryan versus Cody. It'd be epic. So we don't know where Bryan Danielson's gonna go. I guess we'll find out soon, hopefully. But who knows? Let me just check something. Okay, we're good. All right. So we get that. So we get Roman sending Bryan to the unemployment line. So now it's so we saw that. So they finally get in the ring, and my name is Paul Heyman gets on the mic, and he's like, my tribal chief has informed me that I have to eulogize the career of Daniel Bryan, and which wants a 10-bell salute. So he tells the timekeeper, no, we're not doing it. Not doing it. This is old school. We're doing it our way. So they put their heads down, and Heyman, oh my God, Paul Heyman is fucking awesome, man. I sent him a tweet, said, you're a fucking legend. Dude is awesome. They have their heads down, and Heyman's like, ding, ding, and then you see Roman fucking chuckling. He's like, and Jey Uso's kind of like, it was funny as hell. I loved it. I was cracking up too. I was like, wow, they had to do that to Bryan. Just it is what it is. That was cool. That was awesome. Oh man. So they did that. It's funny. Keep a Uh, so after that, Roman gets the Paul, says that unlike Daniel Bryan, he's a man of his word. He put everything on his back and carried it. It's something worthy of acknowledgement, thanks, and celebration. He always gives everyone what they want, unlike Vince McMahon, including Daniel Bryan. Bryan didn't want to be here, so he smashed him, pinned him, got rid of him. Yeah, that noise is still there. Can't do anything about it. I'm gonna fix it. I will. I promise you guys, I will fix it. Hopefully by the end of the weekend. But and that's all I say about that. So Roman says, because if Bryan wanted to be here, all he had to do was acknowledge him. But since he didn't do that, Roman got rid of him, and now they replaced him with the returning Jimmy Uso. So Jimmy comes back and he's out. He's all high. He'd be like, "What's up, Uso? You know, give me, going. What's up, Mom? What's up, Uso? You know, slapping Jimmy. You know, goes over to Roman, gives him a, goes like this, and he hugs him. Then he goes to Paul. He's like, "Hey, Paul, what's up, man?" Gives him like that, and Paul's like, "What the fuck, man?" That was funny. So that was cool. So they have the Usos kind of reunited. The Samoan family kind of reunited. The bloodline kind of reunited. They kind of reunited. And then Cesaro's music hits, and he comes out. He's Bryan, because you can't replace Danny Ryan, but this is what it is. But Cesaro's like, "I don't have time for you tonight, Roman. I got Seth Rollins to focus on." So he's on a ramp, and then out of nowhere, Seth Rollins comes out with a heinous attack and starts beating down Cesaro. Cesaro starts coming back. They brawl near the ring, and like Roman's looking on. He's kind of amused. The Usos kind of amused. Paul's kind of amused. So referees and Jamie Noble have to come out and separate them. That was, and then out of nowhere, you're talking old school. You have an old school Smackdown PM. So we get Teddy Long, player. Hey, player. You're gonna go 1-on-1 with the Undertaker. So he comes out. I marked out. I was like, "Oh shit!" WWE Hall of Fame Long. So he comes out, and I was like, "I guess we're gonna see a tag team match, player." And I was like, "Wait a minute. Wait, who's gonna tag? Is it gonna be the Usos against Cesaro and Seth Rollins?" I mean, that would kind of make no sense, but it is what it is. So Teddy says, "Well, we're not gonna get a tag team match, player." He says, "With the power granted by Adam Pearce," he says, "if Cesaro beats Seth Rollins tonight, a title match against Roman for the Universal title at WrestleMania. Holla!" So pissed off Roman, and he cheap shots Cesaro. Rollins then tosses Cesaro into the steel steps, and Cesaro's like shoulder kind of like he's like, "Oh, my shoulder," So I was like, "Crap." So they get into the ring, and we're gonna start the match right after this break. And that was it. Great segment. Paul was funny. Roman's chuckling. The Usos return. I was like, oh, goody, the Usos are back. The tag team division is going to be great on SmackDown with the Usos back. They have 6 teams now. So, the Dirty Dogs, I have, some competition. Besides the Street Profits, besides the Mysterio, besides Enemy, and and so they can go for the tag team belts and probably win them for the 8th or 9th time. But we'll see. That's all I can say about that. So great segment. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. Just great. Not great, but good. And that's all I can say about that. All right. After that, we go to commercial. We come back with the match, Cesaro against Seth Rollins. And like I said, Cesaro wins. He gets to face Roman Reigns at Backlash for the Universal title. So a lot on the line for Cesaro here. And match itself, WrestleMania rematch from night 1, which Cesaro won, got his WrestleMania moment, stuff like that. Not as great as the match, but still pretty decent. So Rollins jumps Cesaro at the bell and looked to take over. Jimmy and Jay stood at ringside as Roman and Paul went to the back to look on. I don't know why they, just didn't stay at ringside, but it's what it is. Gets in control. He hits a sling blade for a near fall. Then a diving knee for another near fall. Then he dumps Cesaro out of the ring. Rollins goes after him, tosses him around the ringside area. They go back in. Cesaro fights back with some strikes, but Rollins, for military press, kicks the leg of Cesaro to cut him off. Deadlift suplexes Rollins, takes him down. Damn, Cesaro is strong. That's what Michael Cole said. He go, oh, the strength of the Swiss Superman. Anyway, then Cesaro with some uppercuts. He's going nuts. He hits the running uppercut train in the corner. Then he hits a running discus lariat, almost like Brody Lee. God rest his mighty soul, for a near fall. He looks for the swing of doom, but Rollins avoided. Cesaro wanted a neutralizer, but Rollins got to the ropes to break it up. Rollins sends Cesaro to the apron, pops up, but Jey Uso goes there to distract him. Rollins then jumps him, hits the suplex into the Falcon Arrow, the paradox, or whatever he calls it, a paradox, whatever he calls it. In Ring of Honor, he did that. So he hits that, gets a near fall to that. We go to break, and we come back. Both men are training fruit ups. And Cesaro looks for the sharpshooter, gets it locked in. Rollins crawls to the ropes. But Cesaro switches to the cross face. Rollins fights back up. It's a rolling elbow to the back of the head. And then that little weird kick to the back of the head that he hits. Back in control. Gets a near fall out of that. Looks for the curb stomp, the blackout. Cesaro countered. Sets Rollins on the tries to gut range suplex, but Rollins counts it a buckle bomb, which Cesaro no sold, and comes out the buckles with a big time clothesline as both men go down. Then he starts trading punches and uppercuts. Cesaro gets the better of it, but Rollins hits a monkey flip, and Cesaro flies. But Rollins intercepts Jey Uso, saying, "You're not going to win. I don't need your help." So he shoves Jey and starts yelling at him. And then Jimmy, saves his brother, hits a super kick on Rollins behind the referee's back. And then Cesaro dies on the Jimmy. He's like, yeah! So he jumps over, he dies on the Jimmy, tosses Rollins back in, and then he does like a roll right into the neutralizer. Victory. Cesaro gets the win, and he will face Roman Reigns for the Universal title at Backlash. So, I mean, next week, probably have a contract signing, but I don't know what they're going to have next week. But yeah, you got to have one build up that match. They were building, kind of building it went after WrestleMania. Even though Daniel Bryan got involved in it too, so not much build, but it is what. But logically, you would think Cesaro will get the win after what happened last week with Bryan. I want Bryan to get the concerto and leave. It is what it is. So Cesaro gets the win. Match was pretty decent. I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, we see Jimmy and Jey. They're arguing. Jey wants Jimmy that Jimmy messed up. No, that's not gonna please the tribal chief. And that's that. So, like I said, 2.5 stars for that, and we move on from there. That's that. All right, then we come back. We get a recap of what just happened. Then we go in the back. We see Seth Rollins in Roman's lounge or his dressing room. He's complaining about Jimmy costing him a match. He screwed him over. He should be pissed at Jimmy, or should be pissed off at Roman. So Roman says, "Yeah, Jimmy screwed you, but you screwed me." Not in a good way. So now I have to deal with, picking up your loose ends, but I'll handle that, and I'll handle Jimmy, later. So Rollins says, "We're cool, but if you don't handle it, I will." So I was thinking, we'll get to see Jimmy Uso back in action, taking on Seth Rollins later on, but we didn't get that. And that was that. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. So Roman's going to handle some business with his cousin Jimmy, and what happens with that. So like I said, 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on. That's that. Then you get a throwback moment from an old school Smackdown from 2002, I believe. The supermarket break, which was, Jack on jackass. What? And he locked him in the meat locker, and he comes in the moon. It's your eye like a big piece of pie. That's all over. Then he puts him on the thing, and he's like, "How much for a jackass?" And then the cops came. We all remember that, which led to Stone Cold Steve Austin and Booker T feud, which wasn't great. But that's a big time moment from SmackDown. I love that segment. It was just pure gold when SmackDown just going off, doing the end of the Attitude Era and the early start. That's all I gotta say about that. So I didn't rate that, but it was good. It's always a good moment. That's all I can say about that. All right, then we go in the back. Is on a nice blue suit, looking pretty cool, pretty nice. And he's like, "Thank you for inviting me, for throw down, old school SmackDown." So Sony's like, "That's a lie." And then Sami Zayn comes in, he's like, oh, somebody, it's great that somebody outside the establishment is here to, to help me out. And he says, Teddy, there's a big conspiracy, going on with me. Have you heard? So Teddy's like, no. So anyway, Sammy wants a one-on match for the Intercontinental title. So Teddy Long's like, well, I can't do that, but instead, you're going to go one-on-one with The Undertaker. So everybody's laughing it off, and like Sammy's like, oh, he's retired. Remember that he's retired. Anyway, so Teddy's like, nah, I was just kidding, blah, blah, blah. But what I will do is put you in a 10-man tag team match. And one of your opponents. So Sammy's like, but then he's like, okay, who's the rest of my partners? So Teddy's like, Chad Gable, Otis, and King Booker. I was like, what? King Booker? On that team, I don't know that exists. So that make no sense. So Sonya Deville's like, Corbin, Baron Corbin. Got to see King Corbin on the fucking TV. They're gonna be taking on Biggie, Shinsuke Nakamura, the Street Profits, and the birthday boy, Kevin Owens. Happy birthday to my good boy, to my good scene. Message on. I left a tweet for him on Twitter, wishing him happy birthday. So hopefully he had a great birthday and package power drive his wife, if you know what I mean. His wife's hot. So, sorry, Kevin, if you want, don't come over. Don't come to Jersey and, kick ass, stun me, or hit a package power driver or shit like that. No. Make the fucking haters happy. Yeah, fuck you, man. Anyway, so he makes that match, and he's like, holla, 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 and he starts dancing, and he tries to get, it's like, come on, Sammy, dance with me. Okay, does a little this and that, and then Tony gets involved. I'm like, it is what it is. That was kind of funny, but that was that. I wish we had more of Teddy Long. I think that's the last segment we saw of Teddy Long. It is what it is. So that was kind of cool. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens in that 10-man tag team match later on, and that's all I got to say about that. I got about that coming up. Get your popcorn and your soda and your beer ready. All that other shit. So I got a lot to say about the finish of that match and who lost. I think you probably know, but that's all I got to say about that. All right, after that, we see Jimmy put in the talk with Roman, and Roman is pissed. Roman says, you're not even here 1 hour and you fuck everything up for me. I gave you an opportunity, you blew it. Me and your brother had a good thing going. And I want to have to, clean up after your mistakes. So Jimmy's like, you don't talk to me like that, Oos. I'm not gonna be no one's bitch. So he walks off, and so Roman tells Jay, is like, you better handle your brother. Well, I might have to. So that's that. So some family squabbling between with members of the bloodline. Not good. But we'll see what happens. Some good storytelling though, but things are not looking good for the bloodline right now. And that's it. So I give that 2.25 out of 5 stars. And we move on. All right. After that, we get to match number 2. Women's action. We got Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan at ringside, taking on Carmella. Hot. What she was wearing. She kind of looked like tight, these shorts on, like a thing that she, in the back it looks like she had a G-string or a thong on, which probably made Corey Graves, happy even though he wasn't there. It is what it is. Yeah, this match was kind of boring. Before the match, freaking Ruby Riot's like, "You can do it, Ruby. I have faith in you." He slaps on the ass, and Ruby's like, "What the fuck?" That was like funny. Ruby, maybe Liv Morgan goes that way. I don't know. Who knows? Wouldn't be, a bad thing, but Ruby was taken aback. She's like, "What you slap my ass for?" I'm like, "Damn, you slapped my ass hard." It is what it is. They've been partners for like years. So, it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, this match is boring as fuck. I don't know why they had this match on. I guess to give them, a match because they're stuck in catering doing nothing. Ruby and Liv Morgan are, but Carmella's, at home sucking Corey Graves' dick. But it is what it is. So anyway, they go to lock up. Carmella avoids it and starts doing the moonwalk. Woo! I'm the princess of Staten Island. So anyway, Ruby with a shoulder block. They go off the ropes. Ruby lands a body kick, but Carmella back. She starts talking to work on the arm. Hits an STO for a near fall. Almost ripped freaking Carmella's arm out of her socket at one point. She goes up top, but Carmella with it, and then a super to the face. She covers, but she uses the ropes. The referee sees it. And it's like, no, no, no! Breaks it up. Then we get a bunch of roll-up attempts, which ends with Carmella locking in the code of silence, like usual. It is what it is. So Carmella gets the win. Whoop. And back to catering. Both of you go. Or all three of you go, with Liv Morgan. 2. Filler match. So I gave it 1.5 out of. I don't know. I guess Carmella's gonna go after Bianca Belair next. I mean, there's really no challengers for Bianca after Bayley after she beat. I mean, until Sasha comes back, which we don't know when she's coming back. Could be at Money in the Bank. So we get that. So yeah, Carmella, Bayley, she comes out and she didn't look too good. Her hair is all messed up. Like, she didn't comb her hair, or the stylist didn't comb her hair. I wrote on Twitter that Bayley must have got fucked in the back before she. Not me, even. I mean, it is what it is. but I probably just like if I had a. It is what it is. That's all I gotta say about that. But her hair looked really messed up. I think who knows. But anyway, she comes out. But before, excuse me, before Bayley, we get a reminder of she has to call in a video. God damn. Hold on 1 second. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm talking to Mrs. on. She wants to do video chat, and I don't want to do it. All right, so I'll call her. She's watching. I'm almost done. She's, she wants, hey, when watch your movie. So, yeah, she wants that. She's in Florida right now on assignment. So let me finish. I'm almost done. So what? She wants to watch a scary movie. Fucking time I do a video. Not all the time, but Anyway, so like I said before, the missus fucking messed up my fucking shit. We got a old school throwback video of random of which was a pretty good moment. It's always good when the ring implodes, but the first time we saw that, everybody was going fucking nuts. Taz cursed on live TV. Awesome shit. Anyway, so then we get to Bayley, and she's like, to be in the WWE ring, you have to be a superstar, but even superstars aren't always great champions. And she knows a little something about that with her record-setting Smackdown reign of 380 days. We all know that. But she pays tribute to some of the champions of yesterday, of before. She's kind of struck. I don't know why. Brings up, women, Alundra Blaze, Medusa, Michelli, who won the title for 3 years, back when it was the women's title. Brings up Jacqueline, who, her being the first act back then. Brings up Lita, Trish Stratus, Beth fucking Phoenix, Ivory, Molly Holly, and last but not least, Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair. It is naive, unaware of what the world has in store for her. And she says she's not going to be, she'll not only be Bianca's first challenger, but her last, and promises to show the WWE Universe that she was right about Bianca all along. So she plays with her hair. She's Bianca Belair. So she comes out, and Bianca Bayley just can't let her be champion. But like it or not, she's living her best life, which only gets better after WrestleMania Backlash. That bothers Bayley because that's what empowers her and all her fans. She says, "Yeah, right." Starts laughing and starts beating her up with some shoulder strikes in the corner and stomping her a mud hole. Take off her big time earrings. She takes one of them off, but Bayley earrings. I thought she was gonna freaking just rip her ear off. I was like, "Holy shit, man!" Like, don't go Randy Orton on us, shit. And toss her around by them. I was like, "Oh, we're gonna see like an ear just fly off and blood just spurting out. Oh no, we don't want to see that." Then Bayley picks her up, hits the rose plant, and she lays her out better with the promo, but still Bianca had to save her. So it is what it is. So I gave it 2 out of 5 stars, and a little bit more hype today. And probably go into a thing with Carmella, and nobody cares about that. And then Sasha will come back at Money in the Bank, win Money in the Bank, cash in on Bianca by SummerSlam time. Who knows? But pause for that. And we move on. All right. So pacing around, Jay comes in to talk to him. They start arguing. Jimmy thinks Jay is Roman's bitch. Everything Roman does benefits the family. Jimmy's like, no, it only benefits Roman. He says Roman doesn't appreciate him, Jay, but Jimmy's happy to tell him that he needs him to do what we do best, and that's tag team wrestling. Go after the tag team. We could be tag team champions. And Jay's like, I don't know. I'm like, dude, there's no tag teams on, so we can get some dignity to the fucking tag team division. God damn, I know they're telling a story here. I know, blah blah blah. I know, I'm getting to that. When I saw this, I was like, damn it, come on. But it is what it is, and that's all I gotta say about that. So I gave that 2.25 stars. So we'll see what happens with with the Uso brothers, and that's pretty much it. All right. Did I miss something? I think I missed something. Just checking my notes here. But I think it was like on the YouTube page. Anyway, yeah, Rey Mysterio makes his way to the ring. He's gonna fight Dolph Ziggler after the break. Going 1-1. As we know, shot Flash. So, but before that, we go to another throwback clip of wasn't before Cena, but it was Ruthless Aggression Cena. He made his debut debut, and he takes on a guy named Kurt Angle. He's like, "What do you? Damn it!" He's like, "What do you possess that could possibly beat me?" And it's Aggression Era, which is that night. So we got that. It was the end of the Attitude Era, start of the Ruthless Aggression Era, which I think wasn't a bad era. To be honest with you, I think the Attitude Era was, it's all the ultimate, but the Ruthless Aggression Era wasn't bad coming out of the Attitude Era. I think they had some good years from like 2002 all the way to 2008, I think. The whole thing with, start of ECW coming back and the fail that was 2009, and, the whole thing with, PG era that lasted, what, like 10 fucking years plus of Cena, and then Cena, thank God. And then we got the new era. I got the reality era. I don't know what the, I think we're in the suck era because Raw sucks. SmackDown's been based better of the two shows, but it is what it is, and that's pretty much it. Cheers, motherfuckers. That's that. So we get that. All right, after that, Ziggy and Rude make their way to the ring. Ziggy's on the mic and basically bad-mouthing Ray and Dominic. They get the ring, tells Dominic, "You're too young, you don't belong here. You're just gonna ride your dad's coattails and shit. You're a hanger-on." He throws a few more insults. And then Ziggy's like, "Dominic, cry. You're gonna cry, Dominic. Cry for me, Dominic. Come on, Dominic, come on." So Dominic's like, "All right, you want to talk some shit? I got this, Dad. I got this." Right? And his dad's like, "You sure? Sure?" Dominic's like, "Yeah, I got this. I got this." And Ray's like, "Okay, I don't have to do the work. I'll get the night off." So match number 3. Ray's at ringside. Bobby Roode's at ringside, of course. Match was wasn't great. More of an angle, a little bit further the storyline. Ziggy starts playing around them to start, starts cursing him out. They heard a bunch of cursing. It's like saying like, "You're a piece of shit," intimidate me. And Ziggy's like, "Fuck you, Dominic." Slaps him right in the mouth. They go off the ropes. Dominic lands a slap of his own, drop kick, which leads to Ziggy's like, "Oh, I'm out of here." Dominic goes to the aprons. He sweeps the legs, gets a scoop slam on the floor. They go back in. Dominic's lost in a belch too. No, I'm just kidding. Then Ziggy with a neck breaker, but he goes to cover with one foot, and he continues to go to work. Continues to just talk trash to Dominic. "This is still real to me, damn it." He goes for a suplex. Dominic counters into a 1925 small package, and he gets the 1, 2, 3. So Dominic Mysterio picks up a pretty, not really shocking, but he picks up the upset win. Match was I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars, and that was it. They go to then they celebrate, and that's it. And then it's getting pissed, and they should be. How do you lose to Dominic Mysterio? And Ziggy, come on, really? You're a former world champion, former Intercontinental champion, former United States champion, tag team champion. You fucking lose to a 22-year-old kid, whoever old he is. Come on. I know it's for angle and storyline purposes, but really, Ziggy can walk the floor with this guy. It is what it is. But that's that. So we'll see what happens with the Mysterios and the Dirty Dog going into next week's SmackDown home show. And we'll see what happens at Backlash if they can pull it off. Be the first ever father-son tag team champions. I don't think they will, but we'll see. And that's that. All right, then we go to the back with lovely Kayla Braxton looking like Hillary Banks. That's what Nia Jax says. I'll get to that in a second. So she looked fucking hot with a nice fucking dress, hair's on the curl. I was like, okay, she's hot. She's hot looking. But I was like, oh, come on, man, throw down SmackDown. You gotta go old school. No, would have been nice if you had, well, I don't even know the old school. We could have had Michael Cole back there. But I tweeted, it's like, "Where's Mike McGurk?" It would have been nice. Go really old school. You bring back Mike McGurk or maybe Kevin Kelly. But Kevin Kelly's in Japan, calling great matches. for New Japan World. It is what it is. No, he's getting praised in Japan. That guy lives in Japan. He's awesome. He's a hermaphrodite, but still, still what it is. He still won't live that down. He's still, people ask me, "You're still a hermaphrodite?" He still won't live that down. I never said it to him. I just shook his hand and said, "You're great. You're awesome." Him and Carino. Stevie Carino, Mr. Wrestling. Not Kevin Steen. Because he's Mr. Wrestling too, I think. But good old Steve Carino. Coach and authority guy in NXT and shit like that. It's good to see Steve Carino all the time. I don't even know what happened to Jimmy Jacobs. I think he's in team. What happened to Jimmy Jacobs? It's not in WWE no one, I don't think. I think he's in TNA now. Don't know what happened to Jimmy Jacobs. Anybody knows, let me know in the comment section or hit me up on social media. Let me know what happened to Jimmy Jacobs. The zombie princess. But I think he's in TNA. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. I might be wrong, but it is what it is. So anyway, I lost my spot. All right, so Kayla's in the back near the gorilla position, and her guests are Reggie, Nia Jax, and Shayna. So Kayla's asking Reggie about the whole thing with Tamina, and then we saw Tamina. She did a very passionate promo on talking smack. It's like, "You can see my passion," something like that. And Natalya's just looking on like, "Damn, girl, when did this come out?" Yeah, Tamina's been there for years, and we haven't seen that kind of promo from her. Lord, somebody pissed her off. But anyway, so Reggie, in his, what was up with Reggie? I mean, is he doing? I know he's supposed to be a sommelier. He was with Carmella, but he was doing this weird French accent. I was like, is that his real voice, or is he just portraying a French guy? So anyway, kind of threw me off. I was like, what is this? I know freaking Apollo's doing a Nigerian accent, very bad, but Reggie with his French accent, he was like, "I got nothing but a sour taste in my mouth, monsieur." So he says there's nothing worse than a sour taste in his mouth. Last week, that's what he's got. Puts over Shayna and Nia, who will break the bodies of Natalya and Tamina soon. Basically next week, because that's they're getting their title shot next week. Thankfully, hopefully we get a title change, but probably not. So anyway, he says tonight he'll break Tamina's spirit, then drink some spirits to get the sour taste of Tamina out of his mouth, and then Shayna's like, "Oh, that sounds good," and then Nia, "Whoa!" Jack's like, "Ooh, baby, that's nice. Someday I'm gonna suck your dick." I'm like, God damn, man. It is what it is, and that's it. So we're gonna see what happens coming up next, next match. But before that, we go to break. We come back. We see Paul Heyman in the locker room with Roman. Roman was like, "Bring me my cousin," and Heyman was like, "Which one?" And then Roman was like, and then Heyman was like, "I understand." And he leaves like "Shit, I better get both of them before Roman kicks my ass." So Roman is pissed, and he's gonna hand his business with his cousins. So we'll see what happens with that. So I gave the Kayla segment with Reggie, Nia, and Shayna 2 out of 5 stars. I gave Roman and Heyman the same thing, and that's that. All right, then we get to Reggie with Nia and Shayna taking on Tamina with Natalya. This was a big waste of time. I don't know why I was there. They should have just had the freaking segment and have them leave, and then we didn't have to have this fucking match. But anyway, they had this fucking corny theater match. It was kind of boring. Basically, Reggie's in his suit, takes off his jacket, with a shirt of Nia and Shayna on it. Kind of corny. Tamina tries to attack with a super kick. Reggie flippy dippity doos, really annoying Tamina. And then he climbs the top rope. Then he gets on top of the ring post. And then he jumps off like a flippity dippity doo. And then Reggie's like, "Ooh, look at me! Look at me! I can do all these flippity dippity doos. I'm so pretty." He's dancing. He's like dancing shit. And then Tamina's like, "Fuck this bitch, man!" And he hits him with a super kick. Then she top looking for the super splash, but Shayna Baszler gets on the apron. Gets on the apron as well, and the referee's like, "Fuck you, disqualification." As Tamina gets tossed off the ropes while Nia saves Reggie. So that was that. I gave the match a 1 out of 5 stars. Fucking waste of time. After that, we got a big post-match brawl. They beat up Natalya and Tamina. Tamina gets a Samoan drop into the barricade, and that's that. So they could have just saved it. Just kind of had both teams doing a segment or a promo. They didn't need this fucking match between Reggie and Tamina. It's stupid. But I guess it furthers this little storyline thing that that Tamina and Natalya and Shayna and Nia are gonna have. They're having a tag team title match next week. Hopefully the titles change hands, but I doubt it. They're probably. I think Shayna and Nia are gonna retain, and then I don't know if they're gonna defend them at Backlash. I really don't care. I don't care about the women's tag team belts. They're fucking useless as is. And that's all I gotta say about that. That's all I guess. That's it. Fuck it. Fack it. That's it. All right. After that, we see Apollo Crews with his team getting ready for the 10-man tag team match. So he's in his Nigerian accent. He's like, "I want to put over the brutality of King Corbin and the might of Otis. Because I'm going to show how I'm a leader and my skills are a leader." And the character is like, "Hey, ooh." That's that. So just to hype the match, and then we see Big E and his team getting ready for the match. He's like, "We're gonna feel the power of positivity," right? And he talk, and he's talking about the birthday boy, Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens like, "Yay, I'm happy to be here. Why am I on this team? I don't know. Coming home, banging my wife, And then the Street Profits, they hype. They continue to hype up the match, and they're like, "Cause we're up," and Shinsuke Nakamura interrupts and is like, "We want the smoke, and then later we have sushi." No, so we get that. I was like, "Oh boy, you didn't really need that from Shinsuke, but still funny as it is." And that's that. So we get to this match, and match was what it is. I'm gonna paraphrase because I want to talk to the missus before she goes to bed, and I want to save some time. So all back and forth. Owens hits a frog splash on the apron of Sammy, and then everyone starts brawling as we go to commercial. We come back. Owens is working over Kevin in the ring. Fights back to his feet. The heels are continuing to beat up on Owens. Owens fights back, looks for the stunner, but hits an inverted atomic drop, then an enziguri as both men go down. And then Gable messes with Big E on the outside, baits him into a clothesline by Otis. Paulo then gets a wheel kick in the mouth of Kevin, gets the hot tag to Shinsuke. Nakamura goes completely nuts. Tag. Shinsuke beats him up, and then Shinsuke with a slingshot German to Sammy, then a flying kick from the second rope, and goes for the cover. Cole has to break up. Big E starts tossing the heels around like it's nothing. Apollo hits him with a German, but then KO drops Cruz with a stunner. And then Otis dragged Kevin out, eats a couple of super kicks, and then Gable hits Owens with a German suplex on the floor. Ow. And then Angelo Dawkins and Otis start fighting. And then out of nowhere, Montez Ford flies on the Otis, who almost didn't catch him. He's running full speed and freaking Montez Ford goes over the ropes. He's going like this, and he's starting to descend, and then we see Otis just run right back and just barely. He got there just in time to, to take it before Montez Ford could have killed himself. Oh boy, Otis, come on, dude, that was scary. Go back in. Sammy eats the Kid Sasha, but then Baron Corbin got a blind tag. He sneaks in, hits Shinsuke with the end of days. 1, 2, 3. God damn. So the heels win. So Apollo Crews' team wins. Blah, blah, blah. Still, the match is all right. It gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. Otis looked like he got cracked right in the head because he boxed his spot. With Montez Ford coming clearly like full speed over the top rope, and thankfully Montez Ford did not get seriously hurt. That would have been really bad, but it is what it is. So they get the win. Match gave 2.25 out of 5 stars. But why did Shinsuke fucking lose? Why? Really, what are you doing with Shinsuke? Can you just fucking release him? He's not doing anything. Just threw him on Smackdown and be in this fucking 10-man tag that he really didn't need to be in. Release him already. Let him go back to New Japan. And just win, he can't even win the Intercontinental title, because there is no Intercontinental title anymore. Just let him go back to Japan, just beat the fuck out of Ospreay and Okada and Naito and Ishii, and go back to Japan and be a star again. Let him retire in Japan. I don't think he's going to go to AEW. He's going to go to Ring of Honor or anything like that. Or even TNA. Just release Shinsuke, please. Hashtag release Shinsuke. Fucking horrible. I can't. Every time I see Shinsuke, got robbed of the fucking WWE title, at WrestleMania against AJ. They had that meaningless fucking feud. After fucking nut shots in every fucking match they had. And then he fucking loses the feud. Should have been WWE champion for maybe a month or two. I've been happy with that, but they fucking they book him incorrectly. Then they give him the SmackDown tag team titles with Cesaro, which I thought was a good team. And then they lose the titles to the Street Profits. Oh no, they lost them to I think the Street Profits. Then they broke them off as a tag team. I don't know why. And then Shinsuke wins the Intercontinental title. Then he loses that. And then after that, it's just been he's been stuck in Mediocreville. He's kind of getting into Titus O'Neil territory, Titus Catering territory. And that's not good for a guy, that's a big star in Japan, and he's getting relegated to this shit. Fucking losing all the time. Come on. Just release him, Vince. Come on. Please. Release Shinsuke. You got rid of fucking Mickey James to bring in a bitch like fucking Eva fucking Marie. Why don't you just release Shinsuke and bring up somebody from NXT? Like, I would say Adam Cole, but, I'm kind of nervous if they bring up Adam Cole right now. I don't think they are, though. But gotta bring up somebody to replace him. Or throw somebody in from 205 Live. Or we can put Aleister Black in his place. That's what I think they should do. I'm surprised we didn't see him tonight, but probably see him next week. It is what it is. But yeah, so match I gave 2.25 out of 5 stars, and it was just a fucking car crash. It was a wreck, and that's that. All right, then we go to the back. When we talks to Jay, talks about responsibility that he gave to him. Stepped up to represent the family. He loves his cousins, Jimmy and Jay. He wants to give Jimmy the same opportunities he gave to Jay, but he needs to know where Jimmy stands, and we're going to find out right after this break. And that's that. So we move on. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. And that's it. All right, after we get a final throwback clip, this time showing the late, great Eddie ese, Latino he, coming out in his hoop, Vince McMahon says like, oh, can I get in? And Eddie's like, get in, and he's dropping, he's doing, make the car, go popping up, and Vince's like, oh, it's cool. I think that's when I think I'm going to see Eddie. I miss Eddie. Eddie's one of my favorite technical wrestlers, of all time, next to Dean Malenko and the late great Owen Hart, and Brian Pillman. Oh man, I'm still shocked. What I saw last night, the Brian Pillman's story. Oh man, it was so shocking. Especially all the shit that led up to his death, and his wife, one of his wives dying and shit. Oh, just some scary fucking crap. I think next week is Nick fucking Gage. Oh, that's gonna be fucking epic. I can't wait for that one. That's gonna be sick to hear about his story. Woo boy. Can't wait for that. Mr. MDK himself. I think Moxley's gonna be on that too, so get Moxley talking about his wars with fucking Nick Gage back in CCW. Oh boy, can't wait! I can't wait for that. That's gonna be a great episode. We got some good stuff coming this season on Dark Side of the Ring. They got the Korean conflict. They got the British. Dynamite Kid. The Ultimate Warrior. I think they have somebody, a couple other. I think Grizzly Smith, I think is supposed to be, they're doing an episode on, and I think China, I'm not sure, but some good stuff. I can't wait to see the next episode with Nick Gage. Like I said, it's gonna be awesome. But I think you can see, I think some of it on YouTube. I think they don't have all the episodes. I think, I'm not sure, but if you subscribe to Vice on YouTube, I think you see some stuff about season 3, and that's that. All right, let's move on. All right, so then we go to the final segment. We get Roman, Jay, and Heyman in the ring. Roman gets the mic. He says, this is now how I envisioned the night going. I wanted to bring Jimmy back in. So Jimmy comes out to interrupt. Jimmy gets on the mic. He asks Jay, so where do we stand? Brings up the I Quit match that they had at Hell in a Cell. Jay wouldn't quit until Roman brought Jimmy in the thing. Jimmy knows Jay loved him. Then we get a recap of what happened, which was a pretty good storytelling match. Like I said, Jay's giving Roman some serious, really good look as we come back. Jimmy says if it were him, I picked my nose. It just was. Jimmy says if it were him, he'd have never quit to Roman. No matter what. Roman's like, yeah, right. Roman asks if that's what this is all about, if Jimmy's still stuck on the past. He says, hey, Jay, before that, he's not going to go forth with him. It's simple. You either fall in line and acknowledge me, or just take your fucking ass home and be with Naomi. Go back to watching TV with your kids while the tribal chief and the Uso run things. So Jimmy's like, fuck, man, I'm out of here. So he's about to leave, and he starts getting all tense, like, fuck, man, I don't know what to fucking do. So he thinks it over. So Roman's like, go talk to him. So Jimmy's like, Jay's like, come on, man, we gotta do what we gotta do. Come on, play along. Come on, do it. Come on, be on our side. Come on, be the family. Come on. And then out of nowhere, Cesaro comes out. Cesaro jumps Roman from behind. Starts beating the crap out of him. Jay comes in. Actually, Jimmy stopped Jay for a moment, which led to Cesaro hitting Jay with a clothesline. And Jimmy sees Cesaro taking out, his brother, and then he's like, "Fuck, okay, I'll get involved." So Cesaro takes out Jimmy with a Swiss dip. Then he hits a really sloppy neutralizer on Jay. I thought he almost broke his goddamn neck. Then he hits Roman with the neutralizer. And, Cesaro stood tall. I was like, wow, I'm surprised about that. So after that, Cesaro heads up the ramp and celebrates with his entrance music and all that shit. As the show comes to an end. So that was that. So that was kind of shocking to see, Cesaro beat up the entire bloodline. He beat up, he beat up Jey Uso, beat up Jimmy Uso, and he hit the neutralizer on Roman. So he stood tall. Took care of himself, after what happened last week with his best friend Bryan Danielson and everything. So the segment was pretty good. So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens next week on the Go Home show between all those guys involved. Good storytelling between Roman, Jey, and Jimmy. Let's see where this goes. I think Jimmy will fall in line, join up with Roman. I think at Backlash, I think he's going to help Roman retain. I think it's going to be like a screw job finish. Cesaro's going to get screwed, which sucks for a lot of people. Thinking Cesaro's going to get the win. For all you people, you're dumb. But it is what it is. So, I have Roman to win anyway. He's gonna retain, or maybe Cesaro will win by disqualification. But I still think Roman's gonna. I doubt Roman's gonna win clean, but he's gonna retain. And I think after that, I don't know. Cesaro will probably go over to Adam Pearce, like put me in the Money in the Bank ladder match. So he's gonna qualify. Probably win. I think he's going to win Money in the Bank. A lot of people saying he should win Money in the Bank. I think he will. He'll qualify, win Money in the Bank, and then cash in on Roman probably at SummerSlam or maybe at the September pay-per-view, or maybe after that. Who knows? But I don't know if Cesaro should be the one to take the title off Roman. I was thinking it was going to be Seth Rollins maybe, but I really don't want to see Seth Rollins with the Universal title. I mean. It was a decent Universal Champion when it was on Raw, but SmackDown, I don't know. He's the only guy I could think of that could take the title off Roman. Or they build up Aleister Black, but Aleister Black is going to be a heel, I guess, so that's kind of out the window. It's not going to be Kevin Owens. It's not going to be Nakamura. Not going to be any other face that you can think of. So Roman's going to hold on to that belt for a while. He's just about getting to 1 year, getting close. I think 3 more months, I think he's going to be a 1-year champ. So he might hold the belt till SummerSlam, but we'll see what happens with that. So, like I said, 3 out of 5 stars for the final segment, and we'll see what happens next Friday night on the Go Home show for SmackDown before Backlash. I'm not calling it WrestleMania Backlash because that's a stupid name in the world, but it is what it is. So that's that. So, pretty decent show. I gave it 6.5 out of 10 stars. So let me know what you motherfuckers thought of the show in a comment or a video reply down below. You got any questions, leave it down below in the comment section. Don't forget to smash that like button to death. And all you jealous haters, you know what to do. Keep disliking my video. Gives me extra views, so thank you very much. And, so smash that like button to death. Haters, you smash the dislike button to death because that's all you can do. And continue to subscribe to my channels down below. Follow me. Sorry about that. Follow me on social media at the info down below on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap that bell and turn on all my notifications so you never, ever miss an upload. So you're in the loop, you never miss a beat. And that's all I got to say about that. All right, everybody. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to edit this video up. I'm going to have my beef patty I have right here. It's right here. So here's your lunch. I can't show it. Can I show it? Yeah, I can. Right here. It's kind of warm. I got to warm it back up. So I'm going to do that. Going to have my beef patty before I go to bed. Edit this video up. Watch a couple more videos. Maybe watch some late night TV. Maybe some porn. I don't know. Just watch some stuff for the next hour or two, and then I'm gonna talk to the missus. I'm gonna go to bed, and then wake up in the morning and feed my cat, feed the resting cat, and see what my mom's doing tomorrow. Because I might go out to lunch with her tomorrow, or we're gonna postpone it and have lunch on Sunday for Mother's Day. I'm not gonna go to a diner because they're all booked and everything, which sucks. So probably just might go to our house, hang out with my mom and my daddy. You know, have a little family lunch, watch the Met game. My dad, hang out for maybe a couple hours, and then go back home. And that'll be it for my Sunday. And then start the new week with some wrestling. You know, and count the days, the minutes, the hours, the seconds until the missus comes back on the 17th. In the she'll be back on the 17th sometime in the afternoon, the late afternoon. So get that. So be good. That's all I gotta say about that. So thank you all for watching. Once again, 6.5 out of 10 stars for Smackdown. Throwdown Smackdown. Wasn't nostalgic except for the throwback clips, and that was good. The commercials with the Ico Pro, the WWE ice cream bars with Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Lord Alfred Hayes' voice was nice. We saw Eddie Guerrero, Steve Austin, and Booker T. Sucker. They also showed Edge and Hogan winning the tag belts. I forgot to mention that. So that was a cool moment. And The Rock and Triple H on the first SmackDown. Big Show and Brock breaking the ring. Michael Cole's in his blue shirt. Pat McAfee's in his old school 1980s Vince McMahon style look. That was kind of cool. Teddy Long was there. I was hoping maybe some other old school SmackDown people were there. Maybe Stephanie would be there. But that didn't happen. But it is what it is. So still pretty nostalgic. It was okay. Hopefully they do it again, maybe in the future. But we'll see what happens with that. And that's it. So thank you all for watching. Subscribe to my channel. And that's it. Have a great weekend, everybody. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Ha! You fucking cunts.